Michael Fassbender and Tom Hardy are top actors in the movie industry. However, despite being co-stars, Hardy once told Michael Fassbender to quit his method of acting. Why do you think he said that? In addition, the X-Men First Class director wanted to cast Tom Hardy in the sequel as a younger Wolverine. Do you think Hardy fits the role? Watch this video for full details. Starting us off, Marvel's Venom star cast Tom Hardy once told Michael Fassbender to quit his method of acting. However, before diving into why Tom Hardy told Fassbender to quit his method of acting, you should know that both of them went to the same drama school. Before most moviegoers were aware of them, Hardy and Fassbender had already met. When Hardy first began acting, he attended a difficult drama school only because it brought out the best in its students. According to Hardy, if you have watched the film Whiplash, you know the type of school he attended because Hardy's school was similar to the one in the film. He continued by saying that you should know that a drama school is like that, and they modeled Hannibal Lecter on the person who trained him. His only goal was to ruin them. You should know that some instructors are paid to frustrate students. Hardy once told Details via the Daily Actor that the instructor assigned to them wanted them to attain perfection, and to be frank, he thought they failed to impress him. However, Hardy was up for the task, and throughout his whole career, that mindset served him well. Hardy continued to explain that that was its alma mater, and that the school has always been laced with danger. It was never about money or celebrity. It's always been about doing what it says on the tin. So, as both are successful actors, Hardy already had a lot of respect for Fassbender. Hardy saw Fassbender as a unique actor, even among other actors. Hardy remarked, "Mikey Fassbender, he was in his third year and he was like..." Fassbender, though, used to be so committed to his acting method that Fassbender performed outside of the theater, which caused Hardy a small annoyance when it was time for him to eat. As Fassbender's character required a wheelchair on a particular day in drama school, he was in this wheelchair and was delaying the line. "We had about a half hour for lunch and a half hour to serve the entire school," Hardy recounted. Mikey's refusal to get out of the wheelchair would cause the entire line at Barbara's little canteen to back up. "I attended a school that was of that type." Hardy said, "Get up and get your lunch, Mikey, so we can go back to school and not get kicked out at the end of the week." And he'd respond, Tom Hardy also mentioned Michael Fassbender as one of his man crushes. Hardy yearned to collaborate with Fassbender in the future, even after their achievements. He had other actors besides Fassbender in mind for the stage or cinema. If Hardy had his way, he would make a movie that featured every performer he admired. According to Hardy, it was hero worship season. "Ryan Gosling and Michael Fassbender are two actors I like. Those two are now man-crushing." In an interview, Hardy once stated that it would be fantastic if the three of them could do something, because he'd be well up for it. "I'd like some of that too, especially if Gary Oldman can join in." Hardy and Gosling have not collaborated on any projects thus far. Although Hardy hasn't yet collaborated with Fassbender, the irony is that Hardy ended up taking his place in the movie Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
Like a Western.
Why was the character Wolverine revived by Marvel to star in the movie Deadpool 3? On the Logan press tour, Jackman repeatedly announced that he was departing from his role as Wolverine. So, what made him change his mind? The reason was a screening of Deadpool that took place in 2016. Before shooting Logan, Jackman viewed Deadpool for the first time. Although he had previously stated that Logan would be his final Wolverine film, Jackman claimed that after giving it about 20 minutes of thought, he uttered the words while watching a Deadpool screening. The movie 48 Hours, starring Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy, according to Jackman, was all he could think about. So it has had time to develop. Just getting here took longer for him. While Reynolds had been lobbying Jackman for over 3 years to bring Wolverine back into the fold, as Jackman stated, Reynolds had been appealing to him daily about shooting a Wolverine Deadpool movie. It wasn't until August that Jackman agreed to reprise his role as Wolverine. "I assumed that he had truly given up," Jackman said. "I believe he was really surprised." He paused for a long moment, then said he couldn't believe the timing of this. While on a family beach vacation in the latter part of the summer, Jackman contacted Reynolds to tell him the news. It just so happened that Reynolds and Marvel's Kevin Feige were scheduled to meet to discuss Deadpool 3. Reynolds and the filmmaker Sean Levy informed Feige that Jackman was now on board. Reynolds reacted to Jackman's comeback by saying he was overjoyed. "It reminds me of earlier times, and it's just like then. Spending every day on set with one of my best friends is a dream come true. However, it would be beyond our wildest thoughts to pull it off with these two enduring figures side by side." Reynolds went on to say that Jackman's brilliance had always amazed him. In addition to filming musicals and portraying these really sensitive people in all kinds of films with budgets for all audiences, he entered the scene and the zeitgeist as this hyper-masculine superhero persona. What the new film will be about is unclear. Even the title of Deadpool 3 is not guaranteed. Jackman continued by saying that he honestly didn't like the title and that the title would probably annoy Wolverine. Finally, the director of X-Men First Class desired to cast Tom Hardy as a younger Wolverine in the sequel. X-Men First Class, directed by Matthew Vaughn, served as a soft relaunch for the X-Men series, so fans may have seen a different actor than Hugh Jackman play a young Wolverine if Vaughn had remained for the sequels. You should know that few actors have portrayed a live-action superhero role for as long as Jackman has as Wolverine, who has been his character for many years. But despite how closely associated Jackman is with the role, the time will eventually come when a new actor will play him. I mean, he is getting old. After Jackman hangs up his claws permanently, many have pondered who would be deserving of taking on the mantle. Jackman has been questioned about this on several occasions. According to Jackman, he hadn't given it much thought. When asked several times, he responded that he wanted to make it more challenging for the studio to replace him. They must be talking about it now, and I'm sure some actor is saying, "Shh, keep it quiet, but we want you next," Jackson previously told MTV News. Hardy has long been a favorite of filmmaker Matthew Vaughn, who has consistently campaigned for him to play Wolverine. Even after being far from the X-Men series, Vaughn believed Hardy would have been a great replacement for Jackman. Tom Hardy would have been amazing, albeit he is older now, according to Vaughn, who spoke to Comic Book. He also mentioned that Taron Egerton could accomplish it in his sleep. Aaron Taylor Johnson might also do it. Matthew Vaughn said his first two picks would be Aaron or Taron, since he believed they could handle it nicely. Vaughn could have facilitated that casting back when he was still involved with the X-Men television series. When he finished writing his version of the First Class sequels, he already had Hardy in mind for the Marvel mutant. Matthew Vaughn said that when he finished the Days of Future Past script and knew it was ready to go, he looked at it and thought, "I think it would be great to cast Tom Hardy or someone as the young Wolverine and then tie it all together at the end," Vaughn told CBR. Fans believe that Jackman's replacement as Wolverine is only a matter of time away. It is less probable, but still conceivable that Hardy will play the tough mutant. Aside from being older than he used to be, Hardy is also preoccupied with his own Marvel movie. But first, Jackman will bare his claws again in the upcoming Deadpool 3 film before audiences meet a new Wolverine. 7 years will have passed since viewers last saw Jackman as Wolverine if the film's 2024 release date is maintained. The new Wolverine, according to Jackman, will be unlike anything fans have seen before. In a Variety interview, Jackman said that a small part of him now feels like he'd be better at it, and he wasn't sure if it was age-related arrogance. Jackman continued that Wolverine was a tormented character, more tortured than he was, and he constantly got the impression that he was at ease with himself anytime he acted Wolverine, which was even messier.
Grow those back.
6 trombones, thankfully, for my wife. I do sing in the shower every day. It's really boring.
If you have yet to see any of the Tom Hardy and Michael Fassbender starring films, such as Venom and X-Men, you should. And would Tom Hardy have played the character of Wolverine perfectly? Let's hear your comments in the section below. And remember to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.